what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to an episode of my F1 2018 Alfa Romeo Fantasy Career Mode here on Motorsport Manager. It's been a hot minute since the last episode, so if you did miss that, by the way, then be sure to go check that one out before you see this one. But of course, we've kind of slowed the series down a little bit, but we're still going to aim to finish this season off. So we're round number 16 at the South African Grand Prix. Last time out, Gio did really well. We kind of remind you and myself, Gio actually got the win at the Portuguese Grand Prix, which was very surprising because you will know if you've watched Motorsport Manager on my channel for a while, Portugal historically has been a pretty rubbish Grand Prix for me. Usually I don't do very well, but Gio did well. Leclerc got second place, so my old driver also did rather well. But in that episode, MICK SCHUMACHER, I put him in the practice session. He did really well. He got the setup straight away in practice, got the knowledge. Wasn't too bad actually getting knowledge along with Gio. We got all three levels on everything we needed there, and he was a very good guy to have in there for the race weekend for practice. And then obviously Raikkonen got his car back for the rest of the weekend, but Raikkonen didn't perform too well. You know, he got 15 points, so third place in the well, not even third place, because remember it's 1 point difference between each position, so he would have got what, I think that's like 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. He got 6th place, yeah, because remember the points tally is 20 to 1 on a sliding scale for the top 20 drivers, so he got 6th place, so he didn't do very well in that race. And the reaction from you guys was really positive from having MICK SCHUMACHER in there for practice. So since the reaction was so positive there, and it seemed like also a few people saying, you know, he didn't seem too bad, you know, he might be a tester to put him in the race. You know what? Screw it. You know, the series is going to, you know, come to an eventual end here at the end of the season. The number of you guys watching it maybe has dropped a little bit since the previous season. So I'm kind of open to do some crazy stuff here in this last season. So you know what? For the sake of the fact that he did pretty well in practice, let's bump him up to first driver, to the main driver roster for the South African Grand Prix. It's a bit of a hot one to put him in because South Africa is a very difficult Grand Prix. A lot of tyre wear management needed, but you know what, screw it. Let's give the young lad a chance and see what goes on here. So we're going to promote the reserve driver. We're going to replace him with Raikkonen there. So they'll swap positions. Obviously, I'm going to get straight away get an angry email probably from Raikkonen. His morale decreases by 40. But you can see there, it's still very high because we've had so much good morale beforehand. So that won't be too much of a worry. But yeah, he's very happy, obviously. Demotion. You know, Kimmy, just calm down for a sec. Go have like a Magnum or something. We'll bump you up next time. But we're going to the interview then. Nico Rosberg's agent's been telling reporters all over town I'm interested. Obviously I had Rosberg as a previous driver. He won a championship with Alfa Romeo here. I would say we may look into it one day. Obviously never close the door on an old driver like that, but car condition updates and we're all good. So we've got some interesting stuff here because we've got the HQ also being built. If you don't remember with that, it's going to be the design center. It's only got 3 weeks left, so I don't know if it'll happen this episode. It might happen right at the end of the episode, but that design center will finally come in. We've had level 2 for a while. That'll be level 3, so both the factory and design center will be level 3. On the chart thing, we're 4th in the factory standings. We're literally 10th, so hopefully this can jump us up quite a fair bit. But obviously our HQ is in a really good position here in terms of places we can develop. It's just about the kind of rate we develop them. Hopefully it will speed up a little bit with the design center. At the moment, I forgot we actually have a set of brakes being built, so we have to wait, obviously, a while until we can do some stuff, but now we need to do some management here. This guy's burnt out, so I need to fire him, unfortunately. He's quite good as well. So, what are we saying? Mistake percentage. Right. You're really bad. You're really bad as well, so we need to hire some people, unfortunately. So, are they going to be... Ooh, this guy's good. 20 on the tires. We'll hire him. But then, I'm looking down that order. There's not many too many other good guys on tires, so that's really unfortunate. So I'm going to have to swap him out there. So that's a low mistake. This guy's also high. Oh my god, all of them are high mistakes. This is not what I need right now. They're way too high on mistakes. Right, I'm going to have to shuffle some things round because none of these guys are great on tires either, so I can't just put a jackman down into the tire thing. This is really quite annoying. Any of you guys, wait, first and foremost, rear jack. Any of you guys going to rear jack here? We've got a level 18. Right, I'm going to hire this dude, level 18. Going to swap him out. Rear jack for the rear jack. For low mistake percentage. This guy's also got a front jack as well, so I might keep him in because once he gets a low enough mistake percentage, I could swap him in with the dude we have currently. We need to rest up with him. We need to also rest up with this dude. So I kind of need almost a third guy in a way. But I can't also afford that. So I'm just going to have to pop you in there. Yeah. And rest you two up. So we have this one dude with 5% mistake percentage. That's definitely going to come back and bite me in the arse. So I'm going to have to take the hit of a slower pit stop maybe for the sake of it. So instead, you know what? I'm going to swap out you with that and then going to do you with him. That's a 2%er. That's the lowest percentage I could ever get on that. And now we're going to save you up. Right, that's the best I can hope for. 2.4 pit stop. We're probably going to have to be forced to go on balanced only in the race because that's still a bit too high on the front jack there. But at least the tyres are a little bit lower on the mistake percentage. So now we'll move on then. Car repair complete. Reliability work will be done. I think our car's in a really good state, isn't it? That we've pretty much got everything done nearly. Yeah, we've nearly got everything done on performance nearly. We've just got a few parts here and there, but reliability-wise, we're very good. Oh, new engine. That was the thing we were improving. I forgot about that. So we got a new engine last episode. We used it last episode. It was still fine, but I need to get the reliability up to about 90%, ideally. Sponsors. Right, we've got a new slot 6. Let's see. 2 from Epson and 1 from Puma. They are not very good deals, are they not? 3.2 payment up front. Right, let's get the phone out and get the calculator out. So 210,000 per race for 5. That's only a 5-race deal. So I get 1 million over 5 races. Or 1.2 over 8 races, so definitely the right-hand side deal's not the one. Puma, we get 3.2 million over 16 races. If I divide that by 16, that's going to be 200,000. So I get 10,000 more on this deal with Epson in the middle. And in 5 races' time, I can renew the deal and get a better one, hopefully. So I'm going to accept that offer. No-brainer there. I think the marketability is definitely hurting us a tad. Giovinazzi's marketability is not that great. So actually, technically, if we had Kimi and Schumacher in the same team, the marketability would be quite high. But obviously, at the moment, I have to just go with what's going to be better in the race. So we'll move on. As I said, in 5 races' time, we can renew that and hopefully get a better deal. Reliability work is done, though, so I need to now move on. Right, let's work on these 2 parts. These 2 are light green as well. But performance, what are we doing, actually? Let me reassess what we're doing. 2 brakes, okay, that's fine. Engine definitely needs to be improved upon. So, can we get rid of I can get rid of this front wing's only a couple off the max, so I can remove that, add the engine on. And then the suspension parts, that is pretty close to being done. But I've got nothing else to improve, actually, so I might as well take that off, put back on the front wing, actually, yeah. So we're going to do 6, we'll go 25.5. Yeah, 25.5. That sounds about right. Right, fuel efficiency for Gio. Got to tell you, it's been so great driving a car that only sips fuel. Okay, good to know, Gio. Good to know. Really random email just to send your manager, but okay then. Right, we're going to move it on then and travel to Cape Town. Sponsorship deal ending right after we finish the race as well, so we have a lot of changing in sponsors. At the moment, our finances, how are they looking? 2.9. At the moment, I've got a medium, so I'm not saving a lot of money. But remember, I think, obviously, if the series is going to end at the end of this season, I don't need to bother saving too much money for next season. So we're going to move on then. SO 8 point there. Obviously, 7th or above. Tyres are going to be very tricky here. It says medium tyre wear. That's debatable. It's a very high tyre wear circuit. So we're going to take 3 sets of supers. I guess 3 really. 1 for practice, 2 for quali. And then, I don't know really what tyre we're going to end up using. I want to say we're probably not going to use super soft, so I'm going to take an extra set of soft tyres. Yeah, I'm going to say we're not going to do that. So, you know what? I'm going to risk it and just take... Yeah, I'm going to take 4 ultras, 1 super. I'm just going to preempt that I'm not going to use super softs, because I think soft tyres, longer tyre wear, durability, we're going to lean on them a little bit more, especially for Schumacher, that might be better, so we're going to go with that. He's happy with the car, of course he is, but we're going to give the better engine to Gio, and that straight away is going to make them happy, so that's fine by me then. So we're going to move into practice, all sunny. Let's see how Schumacher does then in his first ever full race weekend debut. Right, taking practice, then we're going to send them out on the soft tyres first and foremost there. Obviously, we can do a quick little setup check, but here's hoping, just like the Portuguese Grand Prix, we can get the setup done pretty damn fast, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. Probably just a bit of beginner's luck maybe for Schumacher earlier on, but we'll speed through, bring them in straight away, and then we'll get on focus on the tyre where hopefully the setup's okay. Let's see. I believe the setup's like one of the setups I had back from Ross when Rosberg was in the team, so I don't know how the car's evolved. 2 excellents and a good. That's pretty decent actually. Very close. So just a little bit of tweaking then on the suspension, was it then? Because the downforce was okay, handling's okay, speed balance, right, the gearbox needs a bit of tweaking. Do we go a little bit lower or higher? Long straight, so I want to say maybe go a little bit longer. Or sometimes in this game, the logic of real life doesn't really pan out in the game. But we'll see about that. But I would say because we've got some long straights, maybe they want a longer gearbox. And for, wow, Schumacher, 1 excellent, 2 greats. Look, what? The kid may not be high star rating. He's like 3 stars at best, I think, or something like that. He's done pretty damn well straight off the bat, 95%. You know what? I think that's good enough. I'm only going to ruin this setup by tweaking it. So, you know what, son? Just go out there, mate. You're a prodigy, aren't you? Just straight away, 2 for 2 now. Good setup straight away. Whereas Gio has to have a tiny tweak, but hopefully the tweak can go very well. And we can get this setup done right now. Come on, please, please, please be okay. Oh, okay, we're in the wrong way. See what did I tell you? The logic of real life does not pan out sometimes in the game. Right, use that setup, and we're going to go the other way then, and go a little bit shorter. Right, that should be the one, so I'm gonna just assume that's the one, so we'll go out for A laps then, and get that race knowledge on the race trim, obviously, for race, and then the soft tyres, and then we'll move it over onto ultra soft tyres and the quali trim, and all will be well in the world. Right, we got the knowledge there, and Gio is correct now. We've got 2 excellents and a great, so his stint is 98% on the setup. We're doing really well. Right, quali trim, 3 laps, ultras, let's go. And Schumacher now is coming in, and we can do the same for him. Obviously, his setup's not going to change. It was the same as before. We go back to the quali trim then, 3 laps and ultras, and off you pop. And pretty much, we should have enough time to get that knowledge done. And once again, Schumacher and Gio, the combo, is not too bad at getting the knowledge. Despite Schumacher being like 4 points underneath Raikkonen for feedback, it's still doing okay, I think. I guess Gio is kind of the main breadwinner in terms of feedback, I guess, maybe in the pairing. Right, there we have it. 6 minutes to go, and we've got all the knowledge we need. Literally, I can just bring them in, and they can just sit out there and do nothing. There's no point using the super softs because we don't have any knowledge. We're not going to have any. If we use them now, that's it. We only have one set, so we're literally just going to sit in the garage then, just chill out. Really, they can't drink. They can have some water. I don't know, and just chill out, really, watch the session. 3 and 5, pretty decent pace. I just thought, actually, there probably is a good reason why Schumacher's not doing too badly, actually, despite being low star rating. Remember, the regulation change into this season meant that the driver aids were turned on for the cars, so the cars make more of a difference than the drivers. I've not really seen that yet too much, but I think this is the best example of that regulation change coming in and actually showing to be the case, because, you know, Schumacher, in theory, if it did mean more for the drivers, Schumacher wouldn't be doing this well, but the car is dragging his performance up, I guess, a little bit because of the driver aids, I guess. But, okay, session's over. Leclerc's looking pretty good on soft tyres there, but we'll head into quali and see how we do. As long as the Red Bulls aren't up there, that's good for me, but they're always up there. Valtteri, they're right there. Visua's right there in P7, so Red Bull being the most consistent team so far this season. That's why they're right up there in the constructors. So I'm kind of hoping Ferrari turn up a little bit more this race, and Red Bull can go down the order somewhat. But first and foremost, we have to get 1 lap done, or 2 laps rather, in quali here, and try and set ourselves up for the grid. So car setup's all good. Start quality, it's going to be no rain, so I'm going to send them straight out. I'll send Schumacher out second, actually. I'm going to send Gio out first. We're going to wait a little bit, and then I'll send out Schumacher now on those ultras. Go auto there, and Schumacher's out, auto there. Right, obviously Gio's got some clean air because he went out way earlier, but Schumacher is also got some clean air. He's slotted in behind a car there. I can't tell who the car is, but anyway, we're going to move on. Fast forward this, and let's see how Gio does then on the lap. It was overheated and good for both drivers then on the preparation. Gio's going to hit some traffic, unfortunately. That's doing their outlap here at the moment, but he goes obviously purple because he's the only guy setting a lap time there. Schumacher, let's see, is he still... Ooh, he's got a car behind him, actually, so I don't know if he overtook him or not, but at the moment, let's see how it goes. Cross the line, obviously first. No one set a lap time yet. Let's see what... Bottas goes faster by 7/10. Schumacher! Oh my god! What? Schumacher went a whole second faster than Giovinazzi. Okay, I guess Gio's traffic was a lot more than I thought. Okay, interesting. Interesting. This might be a big upset if Gio does not improve on his second lap. Let's wait a little bit then. Wait a hot minute. Gio's lap was horrendous. He's down in P20. Okay, something definitely went wrong then for him. So I'm going to wait for the track grip to go up, and I'll send Schumacher out first, and then Gio out second, only for I do them and swap them around like that. It's a 59-second lap time there, so it's not a very long lap, is it? So we can wait and wait and wait. Now I'm going to send Schumacher out now. Yeah, let's see how that goes for him. And we're going to send Gio out now. Right. Gio, you really need to buck up in, mate, unless you're going to get, unless you want to get embarrassed by a lesser experienced youngster in the ranks. I know you were once that kind of driver, Gio, but now you're the old guard, and the new guard's coming through, and the new guard at the moment is currently in P5, doing an excellent job here. Right, let's see how it goes, and he goes overheating perfect there, so even better preparation for Schumacher on his outlap, only overheating good for Gio. Schumacher's got a lot of clean air there. Gio, does he have traffic? No, he doesn't, so he should be able to improve. It's a white first sector for Schumacher, so no improvements there. It's got to be green for Gio. Yes, it is. Green there. 2 whites for Schumacher, so he's not improving on this lap, unfortunately. So as he goes across the line, it won't be an improvement, and so he stays put in P5. It's double green, though, for Gio, and he needs that. Across the line, what will it be? P16 only. What on earth has gone on there? Giovinazzi with a horrendous qualifying session, and Schumacher has stepped in and out-qualified him straight away. Vettel's in P6 in a Sauber. Gasly's up there in the other Sauber. Sauber got a 3 and 6 in quali. The Red Bulls are nowhere as well. Red Bull are down in P12. Where on earth is Vasseur? Vasseur's in P4 at least, but it's been a very topsy-turvy qualifying there. Very weird, but my old driver Leclerc gets pole position, but Schumacher, I said we'll try it. You know what? He's our lead driver right now into this weekend. There you go. Right, race time. I am shocked to say the least of how our drivers line up. So I don't really know what to expect in this race, but we're going to go to the car setup and quickly see what the tyre situation's like. So it's a 40-lap race, of course. Ultras go 10. Probably only go 9, I would say 8 or 9. And then soft tyres go 19 laps. So we could do a 2-stop and push each tyre harder, because basically you could do a 1-stop on 2 sets of softs nearly, but instead if you do a 2-stop and just go a little bit harder on each tyre compound, we could pull that off. So we'll be on the soft tyres for longest. So I'm going to choose the knowledge of race trim and soft tyre, of course, and that's the way we're going to go about things then. Car setups will fine. We'll start them both on ultra. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start Gio on the soft tyre. I'm going to make him go long, and we'll see if we can get, we can see hopefully if people pit earlier from ultras, maybe we can get some clean air maybe, potentially. Obviously there's going to be a lot of people that might think the same strategy, so it might not be that clever, but we'll see. Try anything really, because Gio in P16, last race's race winner, is down in P16, so something's gone wrong. We need to try and rectify it in the race. Right, so here we go then to 5 red lights from P16, but P5 for Mick Schumacher for his first ever F1 race. Here we go, 5 red lights are underway. It's a slow start, but then he gets a good one, and he's up into P3. Initial slow one, got bogged down, but great to turn 1. Back down the order though to P7 now, so a bit of a topsy-turvy one, and an opening lap for Schumacher. Giovinazzi is down to P22. He has had a horrendous getaway, even worse than Schumacher really is. It's still such a traffic jam there. Look at the number of cars going through such a tight circuit here at South Africa and Cape Town. Schumacher down to P9. It was P10 momentarily. He's trying to make his way back up. Come on, down the inside of that Sauber car that looks like a silver Red Bull. Around the outside of this Mercedes car as well. He actually just got Nico Rosberg, our former champion. He's up into P6, but now down to P7. It's very topsy-turvy at the moment. P7 though, that's where he stays for now. Let's see, can he now overtake again on Rosberg? Looks like he can actually. He's got some good pace so far. For Gio, he's up into P14 now, so it was a very slow getaway. I missed most of that, but he went from P22 to P13 in the span of a lap. So fair play, Gio, good work there, nice one. You needed to do that. And so now we're on our way. But Schumacher now, I keep losing track of all our drivers. He's trying to get P4 now. He's not overtaken Rosberg. He's overtaken the poleman, Leclerc. Poleman's doing horrendously. Leclerc's down to P6. His teammate Ocon is in first place now. Schumacher's down to P7. I can't keep up with this. I'm sorry. I just can't even keep up with the commentary here because it keeps going. We keep gaining like 5 positions, losing them, gaining, losing, gaining, losing. It's an absolute, like, just, this is what you want real life F1 to be. So many positions swapping left, right, and centre. But for now, Schumacher's still chasing after Rosberg. He's going to overtake Rosberg, overtake Gasly then, or try to in the Sauber there. Vettel on the Sauber is not doing as well. He's down in P8 there. Unfortunate of him. Gio's still in P13, so he's staying put a little bit, but at least he's not going down the order. Schumacher now in P5, so he has re-overtaken Rosberg and Vettel. So now can we just calm things down on the tyre wear and try and try and stretch this stint if we can to about at least lap 7, I would say. Right, 30% warm. Perez is going to pit right now. We're going to push in and go flat out attack. And we're going to come in at the end of this lap now on lap number 7. Exactly what I wanted. So we're going to pit in. Soft tyres there. Park conditions fine. We're going to go for the balance pit stop, sorry. Nearly went fast, but we've got that mistake percentage for the Jack guy. So really hoping as Schumacher's overtaken by Vettel, or Rosberg that was, as we enter the pit lane. So the tyres went off just then. Please no mistake though. Come on. Schumacher did so well. He doesn't deserve a mistake on the pit stop. Good stuff. Right. He's out in P23. So second last, but obviously it's an early pit stop. Let's see how it goes, because a lot of people start on super soft tyres. Right, Schumacher already up into P19, ahead of Rowland, Hartley, Kramer, Paffett and Barrichello. And P18 next up is Ferrucci. And then we've got a fair few people already on softs. Obviously Gio, though, you can see there, P8 on the left-hand side. He's the leader on the soft tyre compound, so that's very good to see. And Schumacher, obviously, at this stage, using the soft compound tyre, the fresher compound to good use. Gets past Ferrucci there. Side by side with him, though. Actually, Ferrucci gets back at him. So we'll go neutral, though. I don't want to burn out the tyres. And also, at the same time, we need to save fuel. Gio's doing that quite well. He's minus 0.34. So he's saving a lot of fuel right at the moment. Doing well in that department. I guess we just continue on. Obviously, we need to go to lap, I would say, if we go lap 7. Let me get my phone out. If I do lap 17 to 17... So we do 17, that gets us to lap 34, 6 laps to the end on lap 40 on Ultras for Gio. Yeah, so if I get to lap 17 with Gio right now, that'll be pretty ideal. So at the moment, I think we're in a good position to do that. I don't want to push quite yet. I think well, I'll wait one more lap to push with Gio, because he's closing up a little bit right now to Gasly there in the Sauber. Meanwhile, Schumacher has got past Ferrucci. He's now behind Kobayashi on very worn tyres. So let's continue just like this on neutral medium and just let's not jump the gun a little bit with Schumacher. Now with Gio, he has, well, I think he tried to overtake someone, but he did make it work. Right, now we're going to push a little bit. There we go. We're past Gasly now. Leclerc's made a pit stop. He's out ahead of us in P6. That's fine. Right, sit rep, lap 15. We're 24% worn and we're in 3rd place. So I would say only one more lap we've got it. So 16 laps we're going for this stint then. Which won't be too bad, I don't think. Like, if I just pause it again and do 16, 32, that means 8 laps on Ultras. We could still make that work. So I'm going to risk it a little bit. Gio's 2/10 faster there. Now we're going to go overtake mode and attack. And now we're pushing in. Hopefully the cliff is not too high on the soft tyres. Yeah, he gains 1 second there, so that's a good timed in lap. Coming in for another set of softs. We'll pit in, balance pit stop. Right, you're in. No mistake, please. No mistake. Yes, there we go. Nice pit stop, and he's out in P7. He's actually ahead of Schumacher now, and they've made 1 pit stop each. Interesting. So Gio is coming back into this and finally showing his true colours. We'll go medium again on fuel. We'll go pushing for now. This is looking pretty good, actually, for him. For Schumacher, I don't know where he really is in all this, because he's come out behind Gasly and Vettel, the people he was fighting initially before. Let's burn a bit of fuel right now. I won't push on the tyres. Let's just burn a bit of fuel first, because he needs to go to lap 24 to kind of make this strategy work. So 47% tyre wear. He's probably going to be able to do that. I'm just worried about his fuel, because obviously he's not as good as fuel saving as Gio, maybe. So let's see, he's being caught by Hulkenberg on Ultras at the moment. We don't need to worry about him too much. I just want to try and see if we can maybe close up on Gasly and overtake him in the Sauber. The Sauber should be slower than the Alfa Romeo, in theory, but this is maybe where Schumacher's kind of, he hits the wall of talent, maybe, that he has at the moment. Right, lap 22, and Schumacher's tyres are going off a little bit, so I can't afford to push on the in-lap, basically. I'm going to have to just coast in on the in-lap on neutral here. So I have to watch out for it. 21%. Right, bump up the fuel. Lap 23. You know what? I think we'll push in now. Lap 23 is okay enough. We'll have to stretch the next stint then, obviously. So we'll gain 2/10 there. We tried to overtake Gasly. unable to make it work. We still gained 7/10 though on this lap. We go softs now to the end of the Grand Prix. So Schumacher really needs to stretch out this stint then. Right, no mistake on the pit stop. There we go, no mistake, good stuff. And we're out in P15, good stuff. Right, going to go neutral and medium, save that fuel, save that tyre wear. Right, sit rep on lap 28 now. So we're about 4 laps away from our pit stop with Gio. Vissure on very worn super soft, so I'm hoping we can close up on him. He's going to pit this lap actually though. So he's going to go for an earlier pit stop, so hopefully at the end of the race we'll be a little bit faster than Vissure and we can overtake him. We need to try and beat the Red Bulls. It's at the moment a 1-2 for Ferrari, which is good for my sake, because Ferrari are in the title fight at the moment. I just need to worry about Bottas and Vissure. So we overtake him, we're up into 3rd place. We go on now for 3 more laps with Gio. He's got fuel to also burn at the end of this Grand Prix as well on those Ultras. Schumacher obviously is going to the end of the Grand Prix. He's now also got some fuel to play with. He's going to be up into P13 now. You got to say Magnussen, Hacklander, whatever the name that is. Perez probably going to the end, but these two are probably pitting. Yanni's going to pit. So Schumacher might be on the teetering edge of about P8 maybe, once Vettel also pits. So that won't be too bad, to be fair. From his first race, he's only like 2 and a bit stars. It's still a very good showing there. Obviously, the bigger job he did was yesterday in qualifying, so I'm not too disheartened by that. And Gio at the moment is on good track maybe to do quite well. The only worry is, at the moment, obviously, Bottas and Vissure, well, Bottas is right behind me, Vissure not too far behind. They're going to the end of the Grand Prix. I need to hope that Gio has enough pace on Ultras to try and catch back up to the 2 Red Bull cars. Otherwise, Red Bull will be outscoring us once again this episode. So, 1 more lap to go now, and we should be good to go onto the Ultras. So, you know what? I might start pushing now on these tyres. Right, I'm going to go full out attack and overtake mode here. I'm actually going to go high fuel. We're going to push in, try and hopefully gain some time here. Let's see. 3/10 gain there on the in-lap. Ultra soft tyres now. Pit strategy's good. Balance pit stop there. You know what? Should we risk it? No, let's not risk it. Let's not risk it. Right, balance pit stop. Comes in. Right, where we're going to feed out. Please, no mistake. Please, no mistake. There we go. No mistake. And we're in P6. Right, we've got to overtake Rosberg, Vissure, and Bottas to get back on the podium. Okay. Right, no pressure, Gio. No pressure. Just have to use this ultra soft tyre pace to good use. Meanwhile, Schumacher is in P9. Behind Vettel. Perez is on worn tyres. Gasly behind us on fresher super softs. Right, interesting. Right, Gio is gaining on Rosberg there. He gained 8/10. We've got 4 seconds, though, to make up in 4 laps. So I need their tyres to hit the cliff, pretty much. At the moment, 68% for me. What's Vissure on? He is on 39% tyre wear. Rosberg is on 37. And Bottas in 2nd place is on 29. I would say Bottas might make a late pit stop here, or his tyres are going to fall off the cliff, because at the moment he's up into 2nd place on the podium. So I just got to keep faith and keep these tyres in, hopefully. Right, going to throw the kitchen sink at it. Going to go full out attack now on these Ultras and really wear them out and try and see what we can do. We've gained 1.1 there. Oh no, he's made a mistake though. Oh, what was that? What was that? Okay, hang on. Gio just went like this. He went like that, came back on, and so he gained 1.1 seconds on Bottas there, but now has lost all of that time pretty much. And so that's going to be an absolute farce. So on the last lap of the Grand Prix, he's still 3 seconds away from Rosberg now. He would have been only 2 seconds away. That's really annoying. Really annoying. Meanwhile, for Schumacher, he's got fuel. He's got just about enough tyre wear to maybe see this through in P9 ahead of Gasly. Won't get Vettel, unfortunately, but P9 is still a stellar effort for your very first race in Formula 1. But Ocon's going to win the race. Thank God it's a 1-2, though, for Ferrari. That's very good. At least Red Bull didn't get a double podium there, but Vissure gets P3. Bottas P4, despite making an extra pit stop. We did overtake Rosberg on the last lap there. So Gio did make a move there on the last lap to get up into P5. So good stuff there. Unfortunately, though, Red Bull outscore us thoroughly. So for the Constructors' Championship, they're going to get even more of an advantage, as well as the Drivers' Championship as well. But Gio P5, Schumacher P9. I'd stay still, though. Stellar effort for Schumacher in that debut. But P5 only for Gio. You can see we just don't have the car still to really match Red Bull. But Ferrari coming back into this, I've got to hope if we make slight improvements in the car where we can start really matching Red Bull and Ferrari are getting the top points, we can slowly maybe catch back up to Red Bull. But for now, Red Bull are going to be in a pretty good, comfortable lead in the Constructors and Drivers' Championship, I would say. Yeah, there, P5, P9, so Drivers' Championship, we're 11 points off Bottas with Gio. Raikkonen obviously moves down the order. Schumacher makes his debut into 21st place there. Constructors-wise, we're 20 points off. Ferrari are 28. The ideal scenario is that I can start getting good podiums with both drivers. Ferrari then come behind us, and then it's Red Bull. So I need Ferrari to kind of leapfrog Red Bull whilst we also leapfrog them. So it's going to be difficult. And obviously with the experiment we're doing with Schumacher, it's maybe going to be a bit harder because you never know. You never know. Raikkonen got P6 and didn't do too great at Portugal. He might have been able to get a podium there in that race. But you can say things with hindsight, and Schumacher did get P5 in qualifying fair and square, so, you know, it's like, you know, half and half there. But we still get 3.6 million, so good earnings there from that race, actually. So all in all, pretty interesting episode then, guys. So if you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you did enjoy Schumacher's debut, and also be sure to hit that like button just for that, really. If you're new around here, do get subscribed for weekly 4-on content. I hope you enjoy your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.